Good morning everyone. I've got a new knife that I've added to my collection this week. I was killing some time at a local shopping centre and before starting work, and I stopped into a shop called King of Knives. They're a chain of knife stores here in Australia. They're not known for good prices. They're known for being expensive, overpriced. Now, I think I paid I got $52 in my head, but I can't remember if that was for this or if it was for a Italian stiletto folding knife that I was looking at. It was one of the two. But either way, I paid more money for this than I should have. I could have got this much cheaper online, but in the spur of the moment I thought, yeah, why not? And yeah, this is the Sentinel. That's all you get. A blade, straight edge blade, that's it. I don't really think you can count a toothpick or a pair of tweezers as anything spectacular. So, but just having a single edge, single blade is actually something that I wanted, especially when I handle this, and it is so slimline, nice smooth curves to it. But it was thin. That's what I liked about it. You can have this in your pocket and not feel it. There you go. Comes in this little box. Oh wow. Sentinel. One hand black. Swiss made. Victorinox. But this threw me off a little bit. They are based in Düsseldorf in Deutschland. Victorinox Retail Düsseldorf. What it came with is a set of instructions in multiple languages, very basic, how to open, how to close, and how to open a can if you have a can opener, which I don't. So I don't know why they include it, but this must be a generic sort of thing. Then on the other side there is something interesting here. Victorinox guarantees all knives and tools to be of first-class stainless steel and also guarantees a lifetime against any defects in materials and workmanship. 2 years for electronic components. Damage caused by normal wear and tear, misuse or abuse are not covered by this guarantee. But what interests me is just there underneath my finger. Stuck blades that do not move easily, open and close a few times in warm water, then dry and oil. I never knew that. So if you have a problem blade, put it in some water, some warm water, and open and close it a few times, followed by drying and oiling. They must really believe in their stainless steel qualities if they tell you to put it in water. only thing I'm not keen on, hang on, it did have a split ring on the tail there, but I took it off because it was rattling around and, well, I'm not planning on using it. Only thing I'm not keen on with this is the lock. The lock is solid, it is strong, but it is made, I'm not sure if it's made so you have to use two hands or if it's just the design, because I know that on the rescue tool the lock is in the same place. You have to, it's not easy to manipulate or use it with your right hand. You have to push it across with your right and close the blade with your left. If you're southpaw, then it works fine, because then you can do that. It's good and solid though, the lock is so positive. But having to close it with assist or with your left hand, it's not that much of an issue. It would just be nice to actually have it like, you know, most traditional pocket knives that have a right-handed design, mainly because I think it's like 70-something% of the population is right-handed. So it's easy to close right-handed. This thing's harder, and you really need your left hand or a surface assist, which means that you unlock that and use a surface to close it. But here's a comparison in thickness. I mean, look at that. It is almost exactly half the thickness. But you can see where they get the blade from. It's a generic blade that has been, sorry, that has not been ground with serrations. Blades are identical. It's only at the blade sharpening stage that they did slightly different work. Even the actual stamp on the actual blade is identical. Oh, speaking of, this is a Chinese copy of the rescue tool. Even the actual logo on the stamp down there is slightly different. It's a copy and you can tell the difference. Anyway, I digress. This Chinese copy of the rescue tool is actually going to one of my Instagram followers, because I had a competition running for a few days because I'd reached 100 followers on Instagram. So I asked a question: what Swiss Army knife Victorinox had I just bought? And all they saw was that. And if you guessed correctly, you would win a prize. And at the time I wasn't sure what the prize would be. But after thinking about it, I thought to myself, well, I'm never going to use that Chinese made rescue tool, so I'll give that away as a prize. And the winner was made aware of the prize being a Chinese copy, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, it doesn't really make that much difference, as it's a free knife. I mean, you can still use it. It's quite solidly built. It's just not genuine Victorinox. So, if you want a single blade, single-handed opening, straight edge, something decent size, and slimline, and if you don't mind black, get yourself a Victorinox Sentinel. There you have it, guys. Just a quick little tabletop chat about a new knife. And I've been playing with this for the last few days now, and I've been carrying it for the last few days at work, and you really don't feel it in your pocket. So I am actually thinking about making a sheath for it. Some sort of paddle holster sheath. Something that I can slip it into and kind of have it shaped so that it's wide down the bottom, but it doesn't cover the entire handle. Where's that notebook? Yep, hold on a second, excuse me guys. Where'd that pen disappear to? Those of you in the States who carry pocket holsters would know what I'm talking about. It's where you have a holster made that partially retains the item that you're carrying, that slides in and sits there firmly. Now the idea for the width is so that you can wear it in your pocket with that down the bottom part of your pocket, actually filling up the space of the pocket, so it's not sliding back and forth, rattling around, so to speak. So it's a snug fit, and it'll sit upright. And this is not for tactical deployment. This is a tool. This is not a weapon. It's a tool. but it's so that when it sits in your pocket it stays put, it doesn't move around. If you need it, you just pull it out with the sheath attached, and you literally just pop it out of the sheath, put it back in your pocket, and you have your knife. Because the one thing it does do, even though it's slim and I don't notice it very much or at all, is that as soon as you drop it into the pocket, it wants to sit horizontally. So it's actually advertising to everyone that you've got a pocket knife in your pocket. So by having it vertical, and vertical in that, it's not so obvious. There's more covert. The other option is just a standard bulk carry. Okay guys, so there you have a future RDP project. Probably going to make it out of some thick leather. That way, as it ages, the shape of this will actually mould to the shape and curvature of your pocket and thigh. So there you have it. My Victorinox Sentinel. Thanks for watching.